Okay, so this is just going to be a quick video going through the question 4 from page, is it 75? So it was drawing the pentagon and the circle together. Okay, so I'm going to start off. It gives just a couple of instructions of how to start off using drawing the pentagon first and then how to find the center point. So I'm going to start off and I'm just going to draw. I'm actually going to draw out the pentagon here just in case anyone is still struggling. So all I've done here is mark a center line down. I've split my page in half, mark a center line down. I'm coming up off the bottom just enough that I know I can swing my circle of diameter 160 around. Okay, so how do I find the external angle so I'm able to start drawing my pentagon? I need to do just about to do that. Hang on, sorry, let me change that up a little bit. So I need to do the 360 divided by the number of sides. How many sides does the pentagon have? 5. So that's equal to 72 degrees. So I got my protractor, got my center down the middle, and I'm going to go out at 72 degrees. So be careful with your numbers, so it goes both ways. So there's 70, 1, 2, grand. And then over this side, and we have to go to the inside this time. So there's 110, 70 and 110 line up. There's 71, 72. Okay, then I'm just drawing them out through the angles that we've just marked, and I'm going to mark them out at any length for now. Okay, and I come along and I grab my compass, and I know that my baseline here is set to 64, which it gives us in the question, so I'm just going to measure it off that. Okay, so there's 64, and then all I need to do is swing my arc and go to my other side and swing my arc. Okay, so I know that that's where the shoulders of my pentagon will be essentially. And then all I need to do is, I don't even have to go measuring again, because I have my center line. All I need to do is mark across, over to my other shoulder, over my other shoulder, mark across. Where they intersect gives us our point. So we can come back down. There and there. Okay, so there is my pentagon drawn in. So I can either rub these lines out, or for you should be keeping them nice and light. I just have to go a bit heavier just because it's on the camera, it's that bit harder to see. So there's my pentagon drawn in. Now I need to try and find where the center of my pentagon is so that I'm going to be able to draw in my circle. So how do I do that? I'm going to have to bisect 2 of the angles inside the pentagon. So we're starting to bring some of our constructions together that we've learned earlier on in the year. So I'm just going to go with that angle there. Okay, so I'm going to go that angle there for now. Okay, so there's one mark. There's my, don't slip. There's my other mark. So I just about did the other one long enough. All right, back up to this one. So there we are. So there's 1 point, and then I'm going to pick this point over here. I'm going to change the size of my compass just to show you that it doesn't matter what size we do it, just as long as we stay consistent the whole way through it. So if my compass would stop moving, that would be great. So there's my second arc, and then there's 1, and that's 2. And you can see there, I just need to do my first one another little bit longer, just so it crosses over. There's my second point. Okay, then all I'm doing is from that point, so from my corner through that point we're after creating, straight through, and then the exact same from the other one. So from the corner through that point, straight through, giving me my center point. Okay, then I now have the center point of my circle. So that's the center point of my pentagon, was also the center point of my circle. So I'm told this circle is a diameter of 160. So if I try and mark out 160 here, let me just go right to the end, you can see there's my circle. So that will be the size of my circle. But we know, no, we don't use diameters to draw circles, we use a radius. So straight away I half my 160, which is 80. Back on 0, there's my 80. Pin my compass down, and I'm just swinging my circle around. Okay, so obviously all of your constructions inside the pentagon there will be lighter as well, because same thing, keeping your construction lines nice and light. Then I need to start figuring out how am I going to find the lines that are in that question. So each of them is broken up. The circle is just there to give us a segment essentially. So how am I going to do that? Well, we can see in the question that the lines are going parallel to the sides of the pentagon. So now we're bringing in a new one where we have to start bringing in our sliding set squares. So the first thing I'm going to mark out is the distance it gives us down here at the bottom. So it tells us that they're 16 mil apart. So the two lines, okay? And then I'm just going to start drawing it in. So I know that there is, so that side, I'm going to bring this down a little bit lower. So let me just remove my compass. I'm going to bring that down a little bit lower. I'm going to mark out, so there's my side, here's my point, and I'm drawing straight down till it's the circle. Okay, there's my first section, and I need to bring this section down till it hits the circle as well. Okay, and then I need to go up, and where am I going to find where my next section is going to go? So I know that this comes right around, so I can mark that in. So I'll use a heavier pencil here to start marking what we can see. So there's that section, and then I'll mark my line going down. Okay, and then I'll heavy in that section of the circle in a minute. Then I know that this section is heavied in, so it doesn't go right from that corner there, so I'm going to have to figure out where I'm going to set that up. So before I even go and heavy that in, I'm just going to heavy in this bottom section here, because I know that that's where it stops there. But I need to come up here and try and figure this out. So what did we do in the first one? We measured 16 across. So you can either measure it out or you can use the compass. So I'm going to just speed things up a little bit. We're going to use the compass. So compass down on 0, set it to 16 mil. And then I know from each corner, I'm going 16 mil away. So this one will be going 16 mil this way. And then this corner, it'll be going 16 mil back that way. And then this one is going 16 mil back up the way. Okay, so there's all my points marked. Then I know that this point that we've marked here and this line are going to be parallel to each other. So I'll line them up straight away again. Let me just give myself a bit of space here. So that's that point lined up. There's my point that I've marked off. And that is just going straight across till it hits the circle. And now I can start heavying this part in, because I know where my line is. Okay, and then I'll heavy that section of the circle in. Then I need to come up to the top here, so then we have another section that's going to go straight out. So I can extend this straight out first of all, because it's just off our pentagon. So there's my section extended out, and then I know that this point here is going to go back out that way till it hits the circle, and it's going to be parallel to the opposite line. So it's the exact same thing again. So lining it up. Yeah, go this way. So line it up, holding across, extend it out. Okay, and even you can start to see now our pieces are to form. So here's the red one, here's the orange one, here's your is it green? Yeah, green, and then your blue one will be next one. So we're going to find the blue one. Same thing again. Extend my line out. So there's my line extended out. I didn't actually need to go the whole way there because we're stopping here. So line was extended out, and then I'm going. So I need to go back parallel here again. So what am I going parallel to? Can't really remember. We're going to go parallel to this line now. So line it up. There's my line. There's my point. Right over to the point. Extend it out. And there's my next section. So here's red section, orange section, green section, blue section, and then we just have our purple section left. So where does our purple section go? It's going to go parallel to this bottom bit. So first thing I'll do is just go parallel, and then where do I get my other section? I need to just extend that line out. Okay, like so, and there is all of our parts drawn in. So I didn't even need to heavy this section in, but well, we're gonna have to heavy in the circle and stuff now. So I'll come back, I'll extend my compass back out. Sorry, I have to pencil that one up. Extend my compass back out to the edge of the circle. This time, we're just going to go with that a little bit heavier, just to making sure that we're just going heavier on the sections we're actually marking out now as well. So there's my purpley kind of lilac section. There is my blue. Here is my green. Make sure I'm lining up here. Here's my green. Here's my orange. So the compass is kind of moved a little bit. That's my apologies. There's my orange just fixed up there, and then my red section at the very bottom, like so. Okay, so when you're colouring it, it should stand out a bit more, and same thing when you're using your nice and light pencils, it should help make it stand out. But I'll just get rid of these lines that are connecting. I can leave the pentagon there. I'll just get rid of the external lines. Okay, so then I'll just write it in to make sure everyone's happy. So here's your red, here's your orange, green, blue, and purple. Perfect. So that's how you do that question 4 on page 75. Next thing I want to do is, I'm just going to do it over here really quickly, just setting up the hexagon, and I think we should be okay then. Once you set up one hexagon, they're all the same. It's just about changing the orientation of it after that. So that'll be our next one.